Hey, you fans all over the world, you fans of American popular culture, especially films and music from that era where I'm at. I'm above Franklin Avenue on this virtual tour of where Betty Davis once lived, and ironically she lived on Franklin Avenue, and I was on my way there, but I decided to grab this building right here, the famous Chateau Alto Nido apartments built in 1930 primarily for young actors. Thankfully it's still extant. It hasn't been torn down, but there's a pretty good shot in Sunset Boulevard 1950 with the character Joe Gillis standing right here, and you see these old apartment houses right here. They look like mini mansions. This is a little bit north of the Knickerbocker Hotel on Ivar. And if you're a fan of Sunset Boulevard 1950 with William Holden, Gloria Swanson, who played Norma Desmond, and of course it starred Erich von Stroheim, and Buster Keaton did a cameo. And there was another old silent film actress named Anna Q. Nilsson. She was a Swedish actress. She did a cameo in the film. She was one of the bridge players. And let me just give a little factoid. I once knew a lady. She was a friend of mine. She passed away, God bless her. But her father, or rather her stepfather, his living girlfriend was the daughter of Anna Q. Nilsson. So too bad I never got to meet the daughter. And besides, the father moved to Eugene, Oregon, so I never got to meet the daughter of Anna Q. Nilsson. Okay, that movie, it also starred Jack Webb. He was the pal of Joe Gillis, played by William Holden. Now this film, it was written by Billy Wilder, a German immigrant, and I must say that it was a terrific screenplay. It even won Best Screenplay of 1953 and Best Art Direction and Best Music Score. And here you go, you can see pretty clear what with the asphalt being peeled away, the original, I guess these lines right here, and you can see this manhole, or pardon me, person hole. You can see that pretty clear, and we're looking south to Hollywood proper, and then there's the Cinerama Dome. And then right now, right here on a Sunday, they're having the Hollywood Farmers Market. But that film, for Billy Wilder being a German immigrant, man, he came up with some classic lines. That line where Norma Desmond says, "All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up." And of course the other famous line from the movie, "I am big. It's the movies that got small." Okay, well here you go. Some famous personages that lived here. Al Lewis from the Monsters, Grandpa, Claudette Colbert, Fatty Arbuckle lived here, and George Cukor, which I thought was ironic because George Cukor is the one, the director, who gave Betty Davis her first role in a repertory theater that he owned with his partner. It was called Broadway. So I thought that was kind of like serendipitous and synchronistic, what with me being on this virtual tour of where Betty Davis once lived, at least in 1930. And in 1936 and 1938, I'm gonna head out there now. But I couldn't bypass this very important building in Hollywood's history, and like I said, it's a miracle it's still here. But like, as you can see, they don't take care of the streets nor these buckling sidewalks. And how long before these things are no longer sidewalks? What with the roots uplifting? So like I said, I'm always appalled when it comes to old LA, old Hollywood. Nothing's taken care of. And this building, the Alto Nido, it actually starts at, if you want to rent a studio, that would run you $1,100, and I think one bedroom is $5,000. So okay, so follow me. Let's continue this virtual tour of where Bette Davis once lived. Let's get a close-up of that beautiful neon sign that you can see real clear with Joe Gillis coming out of it to end up living with Norma Desmond. Okay, I just want to say another little factoid before I end this. The scene where he's floating in the pool at the beginning of the movie, where he's dead after Norma Desmond having shot him, in her schizophrenic mentality, in that pool, that was in the mansion where in 1955 James Dean, Natalie Wood, and Sal Mineo were goofing around in Rebel Without a Cause. And then when they tore it down, on that spot is where J. Paul Getty opened his offices on Wilshire Boulevard, and I did get that. I filmed that, at least that corner on Wilshire, even though it's not there. The mansion where this took place in the film, where Norma Desmond lived with her butler, the character that was acted out by the old director Erich von Stroheim. Okay, follow me and let's continue this little virtual tour of where Bette Davis once lived. Okay, let's go.